I'm probably the only person in the country who remains a fan of Rupert Murdoch and News International. I mean, if you, we believe in we want a broad and free and prosperous press in this country. If it wasn't for News International, if it wasn't for Rupert Murdoch, the Times wouldn't exist. It loses, millions of pounds every year. Murdoch puts that money in. We now have the Times is a wonderful newspaper. I don't write for it, so I don't.
Can I just, sorry, just cutting through this? Did you say he was a man who's done more to enrich our lives than any other single human being of the past generation?
Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely.
And should be a hero for his commitment to freedom.
Absolutely. If you think what he's done for the free press, Sky, we all take Sky. When Sky was introduced, it looked like it would collapse his whole business. He was regarded as a maniac for having gambled the business on it, and it's now regarded as a licence to print money. What went on at News of the World was indefensible in any way. It was clearly criminal, and the people involved should serve long prison sentences. It brings disgrace to the profession of journalism. But that's not what freedom, and that's not what the Times is about. That's not what Sky is about. That's not what many of the great things that Rupert Murdoch's done for this country are about.
Rachel Reeves, did Watson go over the top by calling him a mafia boss running a criminal enterprise, in your view? I don't know whether you have lawyers.
There were criminal activities going on at News International. I'm not saying that he's a mafia boss, and I think what Tom said was, are you?
He said, you must be the first mafia boss in history.
Right, OK. But, I think you say that Rupert Murdoch is, some great bringer of freedom. I'll just say one other name to you, Millie Dowler. And Millie Dowler's family.
I said what went on at News of the World was despicable and criminal, and they should serve long prison sentences.
Either the Murdochs knew about it, in which case that's disgraceful, or they didn't know about it, in which case they were incompetent at running News International. Well, you can have it one way or the other.
Helen Blake.
Exactly Rachel's point. I used to run an organisation. I would have been out of the door if something like this had gone on and I hadn't known about it. It's either incompetence or it is criminal, and we'll discover that through the legal process. I would, though, object to the notion that what the Murdoch empire has achieved in this country is great and glorious. I think, one good outcome from this will be to change the attitude of politicians to media moguls and their insidious single individual influences on policy in this country, we hope will be eliminated. I would say to Rupert Murdoch about James, it was the son what lost it.
Okay.